Hello, and welcome to our Crafty Wednesday. Today we will be making our centerpiece. Okay, so to begin with, we're gonna grab all the pieces that we need to put this centerpiece together. So for this one, you're gonna need 4 pieces that have the opening in the middle. Then you're going to have these 2 pieces that look just like this. Both of them are the same size, same everything. You need 2 of these pieces like that. Then you also going to need this piece right here, that is the decoration. The one that's full like this, that you see I put stars on mine, that's the one that you can actually put texture, because that's the cover. That's gonna be the pretty side, so you can put any texture that you want on this piece right here. Now you also get 4 white pieces like this one. They all fit in the 12 by 12. I cut it today, and when I sent it to cut on my Cricut sent it on 4 different canvas, but you know that you can actually move them and put them all together in one canvas. I specifically made them a size that you don't waste paper, and they all fit in one sheet 12 by 12. So make sure you move your pieces so they can all fit. Just letting the train pass. Okay, so and then I didn't do mine on white. I actually did them on a cute like glitter blue. So those are the 4 pieces. And then the other piece that you will need is this piece right here. This is just going to be a cover for the bottom of your centerpiece. So that will make your square, your box, your square centerpiece. Now, if you want to make your centerpiece move and you bought the base to make it move, which in the file, I do believe I add the link as to where to get the spinner that makes it move. If I didn't, I'll make sure I add it for you guys, but I'm pretty sure I did. So yes, so then if you want to make it move, then you are going to need these 2 pieces. I throw away the square. I was supposed to keep the square. Oh, man. Make sure you keep this square right here from this, because you are going to need it. This is only if you're going to make movement. If you are going to make a movement, you will need these 2 pieces. If you're not going to make a movement, don't even waste paper cutting these 2 pieces, because you don't need to cut them, okay? This is only if you are going to buy the spinner base and you want your center spin to spin in the middle. Okay, so that's that. Then besides that, you do get 4 pieces of vellum in square. I'm just gonna cut them by hand right now. But you did get 4 pieces of the vellum or acetate, whichever one you decided to cut it in. Okay, so that's that. And then of course you got your images that go part of the decoration. You got the number 1 also, that is part of the decoration. I have it right here. Then we got the ones that they go part of the decoration, but that's just simple pieces that we are going to decorate later on. Okay, so let's get started. So the decorations, all of these things go towards the end, so we're going to put them at the end. Let's go ahead and start with the inner piece. So this is our inner piece. So we're gonna grab wherever we see the score lines, and we're gonna start folding. We're gonna fold wherever we have the cut lines. We're just gonna fold. That means that you need to fold it. You do not need a score tool for this. You do not need a stylus pen. The file is made in cut lines that literally all you need to use is your blade. So now we're gonna go ahead, make sure we fold all the sides, attach, grab our Beacon 3-in-1, our glue, and we are going to attach the two pieces together in order that we make a square box. Okay, perfect. So now that that's done, we are gonna put it aside. Just put it aside for now. And let's bring our other 4 pieces, which is these ones, and we're gonna put them together. But before we put these pieces together, we need to add our vellum to it, so it makes it easier. Actually, let's start folding just like we did with the other one. Wherever you have your cut lines, you're gonna start folding, and then we're gonna add our vellum. Vellum and acetate, whatever you decide to use. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab my vellum paper and I'm just gonna fold it in half. If you guys cut it already on your Cricut, great, you have the right measurement that you need. I didn't cut it on my Cricut because I was like, I could just cut that by hand. And now that we have cut out all our vellum pieces, we're gonna go ahead, grab our glue, and start gluing it on all our 4 walls. Perfect. Now that we finished gluing the vellum to all our 4 walls, we are going to start connecting these walls together so we can make a square. Just be careful. Notice that the file has 3 tabs. Make sure that you are gluing one tab and leaving the very opposite end that has no tabs, so you can continue adding them all together in a way that you end up with a square all connected together. Okay, now that we are finishing up with this part, gluing all our pieces together and making it into a square, let's put it aside and let's bring in our characters. Notice that the characters have an offset piece in white. You're gonna start putting 2 pieces of foam tape stuck up together, and then you're gonna put the print and cut image on top of the offset piece. Please be careful. Make sure you put a double foam tape, because if you do not, then the characters are not going to show inside the vellum. Okay, so make sure you stack up 2 pieces of foam tape on top of each other, and then you add the characters. Thank you. Okay, so let's bring our piece back and let's start arranging this part right here. You guys can arrange it however you like. However you want, you can really set this one up. This one's optional if you want to combine this two. I combine them as best as possible that I saw that they look cute. But if you want to combine them even better, then you can do that. So I'm gonna take out my phone tape. Just make sure that you put them right in the middle. Okay, right there. Then flip it over. I believe this one, I put it like right there. Okay, we're gonna put it right here. And then I put this one with the little pig. Okay, then turn it over. We're gonna put the girl. She's gonna go right there in the middle as well. And then I put this ones with her. And then Mrs. Potts. Yes, long time don't see. Welcome, welcome. There. Flip it over. And we're gonna put Buzz Lightyear. Right here in the middle. And then the little guys also right here in the bottom. 1, 2. You know that in the movie they actually they're like Mrs. Pot and Mr. Potato, Mr. Potato, Mrs. Potato actually say that this is their her kids. But I felt like they go better with Buzz than with Mrs. Pot. So, okay, there you go. We have that done. Now we're going to grab our lights, our fairy lights, and we're going to start gluing them all around there. Okay. So the way I did them is I started gluing them on the corners. So I'm going to grab my hot glue, and I'm just going to start gluing them in the corners. Now you're going to bring in this piece right here. Open up this top so they don't get stuck. And now bring this over. There. I'm gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna turn this ones here. And now the ones that are inside, you're gonna turn them out like that. Like that, and like that. So now you're gonna glue the top that's inside, you're gonna glue it to your outside piece. Okay, so this part I do recommend that you use hot glue on it, because the other glue is gonna not dry it up right away and it'll become a little bit difficult. Just make sure that it lines up. You see how it line up with the other piece outside? And you're gonna go around and do the same thing to the other ones. This piece lines up right there with the other one on the edge, so there's no reason for it to make a mistake, because it fits perfectly in it. Okay, so just go add glue on it, bring it out. See how it fits perfectly on it, and go around doing all the other pieces. Remember that you need to have, by this part, you should already have your figures in there. You should already have your lights in there, because right now it's closing time. You closing your box. And it close right there. Now we're gonna flip it over, and we're gonna do the same thing on the top. You're gonna turn these pieces to the outside. It lines up perfect. Perfect. Okay, so this blue piece right here, it's to cover the ugly parts of our centerpiece. I mean, not that it is that ugly. If you don't want to, you don't have to. This part right here is optional. I will cover it. I mean, to me, it's like, it's not completely done if I don't add this part, just to cover the connections. But if you don't want to do it, don't do it. That's all on you. Okay, but I'm gonna put this to cover that and make it look more professional. This is my bottom. Yeah, this is on the bottom part. There you go. We get a more professional look. Okay, perfect. Let's flip it over. Now, if you do not want to do the inside part of it, like to make it move, then at this point you will need to bring these pieces. I will say add the two pieces just to give a little bit more stability to your base. Add this piece and add this piece, or cut two pieces of this together and add it right here, just to give more stability to your centerpiece. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna make it spin around, because I'm going to make a movement. So since I am going to make the movement, I am going to use this piece right here. Okay, and this piece is super simple. You just go around. Hold on, let me, so it's not too close up to you guys. Yay, I save it. Make sure you save this piece. You're going to need it. Bring this over. Flip these tabs. And we're gonna glue this to this right here. Okay, now bring this back over and you're gonna glue this right on top. This is the other thing I was telling you also that you could do. If you want, you can add this piece like this and you can put the tissues right here or add the sticks in here. It's however you feel more comfortable and like which way you like it best. The other thing that you guys could do, it's, for example, the inside part of this, like that piece that goes inside, you can make it in 65-pound cardstock. You don't need to use your nice cardstock for something that goes inside. Okay, like this. We can grab our lights and we can glue them on the inside. Now that base is pretty much done. The part of the movement was already made, so I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna put that there, that moves, and then you put this here, and then your base moves also. Like I said, if you're not doing the moving part, then this part right here, you don't even need to spend time doing it because you're not gonna do the movement, you're not gonna do it. Okay, so now that this is done, we're gonna put it aside and we're gonna come and bring our decoration. And we're gonna do it 2 sides. We're gonna glue, oh, not on the tops, on the bottom, sorry. We're gonna glue our 2 number 1s together, not on the tops. Do not make my mistake, don't put glue on the tops because the tops need to open. So make sure that you don't put glue there.
Okay.
Yeah. There. Okay, then we're gonna come and we're gonna add our 1s. These ones have layers. Okay, now let's bring this piece right here. We're gonna grab the tabs and put them through the holes right there, like that. And we're gonna open up our tabs to opposite sides like that. And we're gonna do the same thing right here. So we gotta make sure that we push this in a way that you see that this part right here, it's like touching the blue part. So make sure that you push it. So it's not gonna look straight like that. It's gonna look like that. You see how it's flipping a little bit towards the sides? You see how it looks? So you have to make sure that you pull this part in a way that this part right here is touching, and your one, it's absolutely standing up like this. Okay, so look. So they go like a little bit like in an angle. They don't go straight like this one. This one right here, you pull it. And we're going to do the same thing with that one. Pull it as much as we can. So just pull it as much as you can without ripping the paper. And once you notice that your one is standing up by you grabbing it like that, then that's when you're going to go ahead and glue it. So now you're going to come, put glue right here, and glue one side down first. There. And then you're gonna come, put glue on the other side, and do the same thing. Pull it and glue it right there. Like that. You see how they go in an angle? Because if you leave it straight, then you're not grabbing it completely so it could stand by itself. You're gonna do the same thing here. See, this one goes a little bit more straight, but it's because of the style that the one has. So this one goes more straight, but that one doesn't. Okay? So be careful with that part right there. Running out of glue. Okay, and then same thing on the other side. See, so once you glue it, your one should be able to stand up on its own like that. If it's not standing up on its own, then that means you did not pull this part enough so it can stand on its own, okay? So that's the way it's supposed to look. And then this one goes in one side, the other one goes on the other side. You put it however you want. If you want to bring it all the way down, then you bring it all the way down. If you want to put it more higher up, you put it more higher up. This part is up to you. So I'm gonna put some foam tape. So I'm gonna attach this one here. Just make sure you lining it up. When you placing it, make sure that you lining it up with the other one. Like that. Add our woody. Isn't he cute laying down like this? Okay, so one goes here and the other one goes here. Let's glue this part first and then we'll finish with the decoration. Let's bring back our base and let's glue this on top. So now we're just gonna put glue. You decide which side you want your one to look. If you want Jessie, if you want Boss, you decide which way you want your one to go. Let's put a showing Jessie. Okay, that goes there. Oh my God, like that. Okay, let's wood it right there. Make sure he's lining up with the woody on the back. So they can all nicely line up. There you go. So no foam tape on this side. All I did is add a little bit of glue. I didn't add glue all over the woody because we don't want showing glue on any side when this flips. Let me put this here really quick. And let's bring Crafty. Crafty right there. And then Wednesday.
Mama, you want?
Yep.
Huh?
Yes.
Can I give you a big hug?
Sure.
Thanks.
Give me a hug. Love you.
You too, bye.
Bye. That was sweet. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Here you go. And finally, we're going to attach these squares all around our centerpiece just to give an extra decoration. There you go, and we are done with our centerpiece with lights spinning Perfect for any birthday celebration. Thank you all for joining, and I will see you on our next Crafty Wednesday. Bye.